What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Last Door final episode for at least season 1. There is an actual season 2 of the Last Door, which I found out. So yeah, let's just start this bitch. Episode 4, yes. So, okay, we have to go to main menu, and then we have to previously on the Last Door. After escaping his burial, Devitt finds himself in a cellar of London's darkest slum, the Old Nickel Rookery. In this pocket he has a ticket for a show called The Four Witnesses. Devitt walks through a misty street following a strange man that seems to guide him. He learns the legend of Cernberg, the king of all birds. Following its trail through a dreamlike land of fog, Devitt finally meets Alexander, a member of the secret group Devitt and his friends had at school. Alexander welcomes Devitt and speaks of an entity called the Bird that has been calling them ever since the experiment they conducted back then. There's no turning back. So I'm hoping to get some real answers from now, but then again there is a season 2, so it's going to keep going. Sitting in a chair, I think he's tied up. I've made my mind. I am ready. He's going to take another injection. He's going to go back and see the bird. Go on. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, that's creepy. So I normally play a little bit to sort of figure out what to do in regards to the game, but I'm not doing that this time. I'm going straight in, completely blind. I don't know what to do. Skip. Can you see all the stars twinkling in the black outer abyss? All the constellations traced by human eyes in longer distant areas? Look now to the forest in the valley, to the old tower from the last tree in the distance, to the stars in the sky, and even the stones beneath our feet are just still shivers, still hivers that hide the truth from our poor senses. Ancient shadows that hang over the veil that hides the world, as if they were a curtain of a theatre. The veil separates the truth from the lie. The veil is a place, Devitt. A place of myths. Anthony, great abilities brought you here, but his influence will soon fade away. The mask of lies will descend over your eyes once again. You must find the door, as I did. The door that gives passage through the veil. Open it and while walk to get behind the mist. I suppose you were wondering why I called you so urgently. Oh, these are the two doctors. I cannot deny it. Your letter was truly mysterious. I have been travelling, Doctor, to Scotland. Have you heard about the massacre of St. Gall? Why, yes, a tragic event that had been contributed object of speculation and grim rumour. in every newspaper in England. For weeks now, pamphlets have claimed that all kinds of remarkable things took place. But I don't understand. How is it all connected with my patient? He was there. I'm afraid he is one of the victims. Dear God. How are you telling me that my patient has been murdered? Oh, so I guess they found out about what was happening at the boarding school. They found the bodies that the priest had been doing. What was Devitt doing there? What was the cause of these awful deaths? No one knows for sure. The victims were influenced with terrible wounds, inflicted with terrible wounds. All of them had an expression of utmost terror on their faces. Are you telling me that the patient was murdered? Murdered? Thankfully, no. Please excuse me for alarming you. I did not mean to give the impression. Herr Devitt was attacked but survived. What happened to him? It seems the criminal was caught by Herr Devitt in the midst of an act. Then he tried to do the same thing to Devitt that he had done to the others. Fortunately, the nuns arrived in time to unearth him from his coffin. Herr Devitt was hospitalized. The nurses reported that he remains unconscious for an entire day. What was Devitt doing there? Many years ago, St. Gulb Hospital was a boarding school. It appears that your patient, and Mr. Beechwood spent a part of their youth together there. We can assume that Herr Devitt was investigating something. He believed he found a clue related to his friend's death. I suspect that you did not find Mr. Devitt in the hospital? Indeed, he was already gone by the time I arrived. I have not been able to determine where his whereabouts since. I see. What conclusions do you draw from these circumstances? I have some theories, but I would not prefer to reveal them. Events have unfolded. All of them. There is a formidable element. Those roles have not been revealed. And what leads you to this conclusion? It is something that the Holy Sisters found beneath Herr Devitt, within the coffin. An empty hypodermic needle with traces of an unknown substance. What is this serum? Episode 4, Ancient Shadows. I'm sure this place, Alexander's house, must be ahead. It's latched. I can't open it from this side. No one is answering. Perhaps I should go inside another way. I should go inside anyway. Just tell the household that I'm an old friend who came to visit. Footsteps. There must be someone upstairs. A strange woman stares down at me, glaring with a silent reproach at my intrusion. It could be a castle in the painting, but the Grimson did not ruins. An old tea couple said it's still warm. This is how we unlatch the door, probably. I think there's a key by the looks of it. An old lamp. Okay, it's not a key, it's a lamp. So wherever we need to go, it's going to be dark. So, yep, that's the door that we couldn't do. We've unlatched it. I'm guessing this is why we needed the lamp. I need the key to open it. Ooh, well. An ancient stone well. A rope hangs inside, disappearing into the darkness below. The rope is broken. I'll keep the end. So now we've got the rope. Ooh. Looks like someone was buried here. And that's how he just had a flashback of how he was rescued. I can't dig with my bare hands. I can't dig with my bare hands. So we need a shovel. We're going to dig up these bodies. Alright, so pretty obvious we're going to go in here. Oh, is that him? Alexander. Is he dead? Alexander, it's me, Devitt. I'm sorry if I startled you. Why are you sitting in a wheelchair? Is everything alright? Why are you sitting in a wheelchair? Are you hurt, maybe? Can you stand? He is staring blankly at a distant point. As if he has not heard any question at all. What's going on? I told you. You told me I should come here. And I came as soon as I could. Can you tell me what's happening here? He gives no answer, but persistently stares at something nearby. He appears to have some kind of hypnotic trance. When I was downstairs, I could have sworn I heard footsteps. Were they yours? Or is it someone else in the house? For a moment, I felt a flash of hope looking at me. But he is unresponsive. Alexander, please say something. I don't know what to do. I don't understand. What happened to him? There's a note on the bed. There is a scribbled. Okay, the veil is something to sense in our important being unnecessary. The vein to where waste our lives, craving to tear through. Is Zalathal, the certain behind the great winged beast. Inside is the ancient mist, inhabits the shadows of those who left. So just gobbledygook. The cuckoo clock is covered with dust. It seems to be missing an important piece, the bird. The face of the clock has been turned. It has been turned. It's not lined up correctly. Picture of an angel facing the wall. A huge chest made of oak wood. There is a large iron hook inside. I took the iron hook. There was a fragment of a diary under the hook. August 5th, 1887. I can't work in this basement anymore. Those wretched sculptors. I feel them stalking me in the darkness. I know it's not possible, but I can hear their crunches, the flapping wings, stone golem grinding on stone, their frozen paroxysms. With the diabolical art, were those jesters convinced? An eternal movement, a tension, and an impossible struggle to get back to life they never had. It might be a place for them outdoors in the greenhouse. I'll let the mold devour them, and rats and wasps make nests in their hollow hearts. I guess we combine the hook with the rope. Yep, that's exactly what we do. I'm pretty sure we have to throw that down the well to catch whatever was there. A camera tripod. So obviously photography is a bit of a hobby. Basin with a copper drain. A glass jar containing a yellow substance. This label reads cyanidine. Let's take it. An image of a couple wearing rat masks at a festival. Something on the ground here. There is a book of home chemistry recipes. A few pages have been bookmarked and some articles underlined. Coloration for photography. Coloration is the vehicle by which the photographer chemicals are united upon the surface of a glass, and the sensitive coating procedure. Many formulate the published for this article, which great value is attached. Some opposing components causes failure and success. This is a to disagree. Develop a positive image. This is done by pouring upon a plate about 1 ounce of the vital spirit solution and then adding 5 or 6 drops of cyanide acid. Then the plate must be thoroughly washed in water to remove excess chemicals. Okay, the cause of failure. It would almost require a chapter by themselves. A long experience convinces us that 9 out of every 10 failures occur from a want of care, the pressure of dirt, negligence. One cannot be over nice, careful and cleanly. The best results are always rewarding, the most painstaking, and if a makeshift is made in the order satisfied in the formula, quickly follow clean water over the plaque and start again. Who's working beyond my knowledge? Looks like there's some kind of red tainted glass covering the. They used to cover. Which used to mask the lamp. It's completely shattered on the floor. That's right. We need a red light. So I'm guessing we have to find a red light. This is an office, study. A large envelope of black felt covered in dust and ashes. It was labelled with a warning: "Do not open under white light." So we have to open it, I guess. We have to develop. I'm guessing it's a letter of some sorts. It's a letter. Dear Alexander, I have excellent news. A contact with the university has given me access to a 12th century alchemy tome containing an amazing formality. There is no doubt that something mere comprehension takes the mind to places that otherwise would have never visited. Leafing through the glamour and the marvelling at the exquisite illumination, the pages, I have been struck by a sudden empathy of rational but elegant-minded that I have to deny to try. Forgive me for not providing any information about the method itself, as I get definitive results. I will write you immediately. I believe fortune has truly smiled upon us today. Vini Nesquat Quisquid, 1987. There seems to be an invoice. May this document serve as a record of payment made to corresponding to the following work: Cuckoo Clock. Mechanism has been modified to give the strokes clearly. Mechanism has been modified to give the strokes exclavity at 6:15 in the afternoon. In addition, a special device and a switch has been added to synthesize all clocks in the house. Addition a Special device and a switch has been added to synchronize the clocks in the house. Weird. A picture of an angel with a gentle face. A bust with a turned around head. Do we turn the head around? What's this? Books. Find strange and complex books. Some titles include The Movement of Shadows, Mind Beyond Nature. So the only thing I can think of now is using the rope down the well. We can go at the back now. Within the mud and dirt is a bucket. There is a small bird of brass. Well, we can add that to the cuckoo clock then. That's another clock. A well-crafted grandfather clock that seems to be out of order. One of the hands is missing. There was a switch on the side there which apparently aligns all the clocks together. But where's the other clock? They said there was another 2 more. It makes a noise as if there was something inside. Bird fits perfectly. The tag of the envelope reads against opening under white light. The lamp is hanging from the ceiling. Its bulb casts an irritating white light. So we have to process what's inside the envelope. But we can't open it in white light. What's this thing here? It's a letter. Excuse me, at 6:15 in the afternoon. In addition, a special device and switches have been added to synchronize all clocks in the house. I'm pretty sure that device is on the ground. I feel like when we activate that device, it will trigger the cuckoo clock to go off, and that will cause the cuckoo or the bird that's inside of it. There's the mechanism there. We can't do anything until we actually find the handle. Oh, there's a letter here. The diary, last pages have been ripped out. October the 12th, 1987. It's been a while since I've developed any time to the diary. For some reason beyond my control, an event of tragic has taken place in this house. Mr. Dupree has gotten ill, immersed in an everlasting super, from which it seems that he shall not return at any time soon. Since the accident, I partially take care of him. The doctor's treatments don't seem to do any good. I feel like a child, and make sure that all I can do is that any good I can do. I feed him like a child. It makes sure that all of the sculptures in this house are turned towards the wall. Like a child, and sculptures in the house are turned towards the wall. What else? The clockmaker left, just left. He had done such a good job. In the end, Mr. Dupree is not going to be able to notice a change in the clocks that he has insistently requested in his state. Time will not be a problem anymore. Looks like a diary pages of Alexander's household. But where are they? Well, we need a key. We've got a lamp to see and the side iron. I don't. Oh yeah. We need to dig. We'll probably find the shovel in the basement. If I was a betting man. Oh, okay. There we go. We just have to go in here. Maybe we might find the shovel in here. So I think we're going to find that hand and turn it to 6:15, which should turn the cuckoo clock on as well. A jar of vitriol oil. I must be careful. It's a powerful acid. A statue of an angel covered in mold. It's gazing at me with a sad gesture. This pail looks as if it has been broken from the inside. That's all we got, acid. Maybe we have to pour acid on the cellar door, but we probably have to use it for processing the photo. Or whatever's in the envelope, which I'm... Oh, okay. Old ruins of a path. They seem to be Roman in style. Oh, shit. A corpse of a deer. Its abdomen torn open and it looks recently dead. Well, that was pretty messed up. I need something to apply the liquid. So they do go here for sure. I just don't have the necessary stuff. This guy wanted all the statues facing the wall. His head turned around. The guy had a thing for angels. It's a statue of an angel facing the wall. Let's try speaking to him again. He looks miles away. The table holds nothing but a box with the depression Description: laudanum. To take the case of anxiety. It's empty. The guy was having severe anxiety. We've found more things, but we haven't found anything actually useful. A couple of old teacups on the table, one still full and still warm. Pantry of old spices and ingredients. So these guys who went to the boarding school, they all come from rich families, so they all eventually inherited their family's wealth and all became wealthy and nobles themselves. Strangely enough, there doesn't seem to be any water in the well. I honestly don't know what to do, so I'm going to look it up, what I actually need to do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I figured out what to do, and by figuring out what to do, I mean I looked it up on the YouTube. So we need a red light. And where is a light? In the very room that we require the light to be red. So the red casing around this light bulb has, hence why we need the lantern. And here is the more disturbing part. We need to make this light bulb. I thought that we had to find a red light bulb. No, we have to make this light bulb red. And where is the red thing that we've seen? The dead deer in the forest. Yeah. This is as far as I got though when I looked it up. I did not pursue it anymore. I want to be surprised. Oh, now the light bulb is covered in blood. Yep, it sure is. I wonder if that would actually work in real life. I don't think it would. It depends on what kind of light bulb, I guess, but... Put this bitch back in. And envelope. Inside the envelope there is a glass plate. One side are covered with a obtained substance, and I've placed it in the basin. Iodine. I think I must have the order wrong somehow. It did not. I have to read the instructions again. Turn the tap on. The oil has caused a strong acid reaction. Iodine. I've applied the liquids in the correct order. All that remains is to rinse the plate. The image is appearing on the plate. It's a photograph of Anthony and Alexander. Oh fuck! Oh, those motherfuckers. Looks like some kind of, yep. There's obviously 3 people in that room. A shadow person. That could be his shadow, but A photo of Anthony and Alexander. When did these two people meet? The image is back in the frame. Photo into the camera? No. Sorry about that, folks. The office. Maybe we have to put the photo. Maybe we have to look where the photo was taken. It kind of looks like the kitchen, maybe. I see an archway and maybe we have to talk to Alexander. Maybe the photo can spark a memory. Alexander, do you recognize this photograph? Take a look at it. You and our old friend Anthony. And there is someone else blurred in the background. Who is the third figure? What does it mean to you? Photograph given the photograph. The bird awaits. Oh, he dropped something. Clock hand. Oh, I have to actually add the clock hand. The sound came from upstairs. I had to match the one that was... What's going on? He's kicking his feet. A bird has burst out of the stroke. Its beak is now open. There's a key inside the bird. This guy is freaking the fuck out. He is having some kind of seizure. He is trembling out of pure horror. So I'm pretty sure this key is for the basement. Oh, fuck. Oh, this game scares the crap out of me. Mold and dust covered the portrait, making the subject. Fine piece of furniture and has several drawers. Statues, angels, an ancient statue of in poor conditions. It's got a hole. book written in a unknown language to me. There is a scrawled a tone written in English on the... This and no other is the function of the serum we manufactured in the boarding school when we were young. It is something that we didn't understand at the time. To accompany the mind to the potassium of the big theatre, and there help us to look behind the curtain that separates the world of men from the land of truth. And look, I say, if anything, to prehend an image of what lies there. It's just what I hope allows us to raise the curtain enough to walk off the stage and go beyond. What was in that serum? A huge cage of leftovers and dirt. Animals have been captured here. Oh, he's also been doing experiments. So Anthony was doing experiments, the priest was doing experiments, and so was this Anthony. No, Alexander was doing experiments. A bunch of dust-covered beakers with repulsive liquids. A few of them have developed fungus inside. There's got to be something I missed. Inside there is a gardener's shovel, so there was actually something inside one of the drawers. A dusty carpet of Asian origin. We got the shovel. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Shovel. I bet you it was his wife. Oh, I'm just staring at the coffin. Okay. Look, almost shatter. Sight. No, the acid on it. He's having flashbacks. Oh, okay. The remains of a humanoid body with a grotesque animal aspect, maybe a small ape, with a collar of some... Engraved on it, it says Old Mike. The skeletal fingers of the creature are clutching a rolled up canvas. What is it? It's some kind of navigation map. Several constellations are marked. Vega Alta. There seems to be something else in here too. Off to the side. Dear Alexander, undoubtedly your methods are definitely stranger than mine. How do you manage to get results with such hilarity? On my other note, my empathy with the tragedy of the alchemy was not accidental. When examining the text closer, I have come to the conclusion that for this time Radimus Lilly sort of the same thing as we did. In his account, he describes a formula that he calls Poho, yes, just like the legendary bird. It closely resembles the serum which we once worked with so far, except for minor differences. It's a pity to say. It's a pity what you tell me about old Mike. I hope he gets better soon. That's their little catchphrase. So everyone else was doing experiments since they did that test. And the serum is apparently something they found in an old alchemy book. So someone actually found an old alchemy book and did the serum, and now they're doing oh god, that sounds like Alexander. We go upstairs. Alexander. Alexander, you're gonna be all right, bud. It's gonna be okay. Alexander, he is gone. Oh fuck! Okay, it's cool. It's cool. The door just flew open. That's all. That's all. It's cool. He obviously just went out there to get some fresh air because he's all better now. Some diary pages on the wheelchair. The paper is ripped apart as if someone had stripped it off the book hastily. October 31st, 1991. I'm writing. This is very recent. I'm writing this in the light of my desk lamp, hoping to be able to remember all when the birds finally sing and the sun's blessing dispels the dark shadows of my mind. During the whole afternoon, a strong wind hit me from the valley, so strong that it cracked a large branch of the old oak in the garden. I find it hard to sleep during these nights, so I read a lot while accompanying the professor. Who is the professor? Or maybe Alexander is the professor? I don't really know when exactly I fell asleep. I was awakened by the chill of the night, which I was sleeping through the open window. I looked outside and saw him. The professor was mysteriously awake. What was my joy to see him standing on the balcony, watching the valley with a true sense of expression, enjoying the fresh and calm air after the storm. I felt that a blessing had fallen upon this house, and for a moment I felt immediately happy. So I'm pretty sure this Alexander is the professor. I stared at him for a while without saying anything, being afraid of dispelling a vision I hadn't believed possible for a long time. And then, in the midst of the silence, I heard a sound that froze me to my seat and snatched all of my calmness with such a terrible chill that we'll never forget. A noise behind me, a low pitched as the drag of a slab. Mr. Alexander's snore, who was presently sleeping in bed. I've already made a decision. I'll leave this house. He was pleasantly sleeping in bed. Listen, maybe he's calling Alexander both the professor and Mr. Alexander's snore was presently sleeping in bed. I've already made a decision. So he saw
Nevermore.
Nevermore. So the professor, he saw that shadow in the photo. A statue was holding something, and that bird said nevermore. It's a lens mounted in a metal ring. Crystal. Could be used for a telescope. Yeah, we used to. Oh. Thought I was onto something there. Hey Birdie. Starlight brings some brightness to the forest. Feeling that we need to go back to the lab. This is all scientific stuff. And the lab is a place where it should have been more interactive with, you know. Okay, there's sounds coming from here. There's definitely something down here. That's where that oh, so this is where the photograph was taken. The old man, this wasn't there before. What the fuck? A wooden secretary desk, beautiful carved with a flip top. Its knob or lock has been arranged by some strange symbols. I think this has something to do with the map. No, I don't think that's the triangle that I'm looking for. It says I need to make a triangle? Okay, to be honest, I did look that up. Correct, the summer triangle. It's down here. There's a dark hole in the center of this room. It develops into the depths of the earth beyond what I can see. And then I think we have to put this lens. The crystal fits perfectly on the telescope. Oh, okay, so they tell us what we need. That one looks like a cup with an arrow and a pitchfork of sorts and a fence post. Oh, that's how we get out of it. So, fence post. That one looks like that's it. A cup with an arrow and a pitchfork thing. That's it. There is a small cabinet with 2 slots for syringes. Only one of them remains. The voice, it comes from the bottom of the pit. Syringe. An open envelope with a letter inside. Dear Alexandra, I'm terribly sorry about old Mike. Will you put him to rest in his favourite place? After weeks of unsuccessful attempts, I've managed to distill the alchemical formula based on the notes that you sent me. Certainly you're a master of this craft. The subject is to react to the serum as usual, rapidly entering into a state of walking sleep. Suddenly the convision stopped and the silence then. He has not been responding to any kind of stimulation. He has remained in this state for many days. My diagnosis is that he's brain dead. What should we do our next step, Alexander? I'm worried that this could be the end of our research. Oh, okay. So the monkey went basically brain dead after too many attempts. And I believe that's what's happened to Alexander. He has done it too many times. He experimented on himself after the monkey died and, well, that happened. So the noises come from the bottom of the pit. Do we put the lamp? Syringe. Oh, we can actually go down. Alexander? Oh, this is the opening scene. Alexander. Sit down. There's a chair in the middle of the room. Syringe. Is this what you asked me to search for? Is it not, Alexander? Am I right? The last door. Zevalethal. The last door. We can cross together. What should I do? I am waiting for you here, in the mist. It's nearby. I can hear it. What is nearby? What do you hear? I can hear the beating of its wings. It knows we are afraid. I am ready. Sit down. So I don't think Alexander is like here. His soul or his mind is in the other world, and he's just controlling his body like a basic meat puppet. That's what I'm suspecting at this point. Okay, wow. He's gonna sit down. Hi there. Give him the syringe. Hey. Oh, he stabbed it into my neck. Bird. Do you think that we will find any clue here about Devitt's whereabouts? This is the boarding school. The police must have taken almost everything, but we have no other leads to pursue. Hopefully we can overlook something. About this room. There is a sealed letter between the table and the wall. It looks like Herr Beechwood never sent it. Beechwood never sent it. I think it's best that you read it. Dear Alexander, please, you must reflect on this. We do not yet know what we are dealing with. If you were to open the door, it may stay that way. An open way for whatever lives on the other side. Wow, okay. So now I've got some answers. The serum was apparently from a alchemist book, allegedly. And the boys back in boarding school were getting up to some taboo, if you will, and decided to make said serum and inject themselves with it, and they saw another world. And the other three have been greatly affected. He's there. He's on the other side now. This is the other world. Alexander said it's just past the mist. The veil. The adventures continue in season 2. Wow, that was funded. That was funded by 2,040 backers. Community description by. Wow, this was amazing. It truly was. Special thanks, yeah. Main menu. Wow. I can't wait to play season 2. I cannot wait. I'm gonna go look it up and I'm gonna buy that bitch right now and start installing it. And it'll be probably in the next couple days I'll start uploading it. I might squeeze in another game in the meantime. Little Nightmares 2 recently came out. I finished it. I loved it. I still have to play the DLC, but the main game was pretty fun, so I'll probably end up uploading that pretty soon. So yeah, I'm Steamtown Gamer. Like and subscribe and share if you haven't already, and I'll catch you later.